Hey, Mark Rodriguez here, and you're watching Mark's Out Wrestling Aftershock Reviews, where it's still real to me. Now, before we talk about Survivor Series, I got some news here and there regarding the Indies. First of all, for Cody Rhodes, it looks like his final opponent is going to be Jay Lethal. The next match, next pay-per-view coming in December is going to be called Ring of Honor, the Final Battle, and it's going to be Cody Rhodes, American Nightmare versus Jay Lethal. Let's see how it goes down. Now, on other news, the Bullet Club is apparently going away. It's going to be either disbanding or it's going to be renamed the Elite. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, Cody Rhodes is going away. I'm not sure about the Young Bucks. And Hangman Page actually tweeted something similar. Like, I don't know the exact words, but it's kind of like the effect that don't mention the Bullet Club no more. Don't, like, tag the Bullet Club on him anymore. Like, if you guys are going to be fans of him, he wants to be, like, remembered as, like, Hangman Page, like, what he himself did, and not just because, oh, he's a member of the Bullet Club. I'm a member of, like, some group, you know? He wants to be remembered as, like, his own person, his own, like, accomplishment. So, yeah. I guess he's also going to distance himself from them. And, yeah, the Bullet Club's been around for a while. I think they've been pretty big in Japan before they came to America. I'm not sure if that's going to affect Bullet Club in Japan, if that's also going away or not. I'm not sure how that works. I do know there was an NWO in Japan, too. But with the Bullet Club, there's been like so many members. Offhand, I do know, of course, Finn Balor as Prince Devitt, or Prince Devitt. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but he was a member of the Bullet Club. AJ Styles was part of the Bullet Club. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows were also part of the Bullet Club and stuff like that. So let's see what happens here. Let's see how it goes. I feel kind of bad because I kind of got into it like near the end of it. Like I wish I saw more matches with them and stuff, but I kind of got involved like near the tail end of their success here. And also, Pro Wrestling Tees is also saying they're getting rid of all their like Bullet Club merchandise, like buy their shirts now and stuff like that before it's all gone. And like I'm not really saying it as, you know, like plug, buy their stuff. I mean, I do buy their stuff, but I see it more like when I saw that notification from them, I'm like, holy shit, like this is real, this is actually happening, like the Bullet Club is going away. Like, damn. And I'm glad I already got a Bullet Club shirt, but I mean, maybe I'll get another one, I don't know. But yeah, that's surprising. Now, on other things with Rise Women's Wrestling, Vanessa Craven, who was also in the Mae Young Classic 2018, she was wrestling in some other company there, and she got her ankle busted up, like it was broken in several places. So she's not only unable to wrestle until she recovers, but she's also unable to do, I guess, whatever her normal day job is. You know, let's respect her privacy, but whatever her day job is. So she can't do nothing, and there was a charity stream on Twitch a couple of weeks ago that was Rise 8 Outback. They actually replayed Rise 8 Outback for free, and like I was there, I got to see it, and Vanessa herself was there. It's kind of cool. I got to like actually talk to her. The guy who actually owns and runs Rise was there too, and he was talking some stuff here and there. I did ask them like, how does it work with people like Tessa Blanchard and them that can wrestle like all these different, you know, companies and whatever, even though they're with Impact Wrestling or whatever. But yeah, it's all legal stuff in contracts. They can't like discuss that. And I was like, yeah, I forgot, it is going to be legal stuff. So I understand that answer. I also did ask them like, how does Kylie Ray get away with having the Pokemon theme as her intro? But again, it's like part of being in the Indies. No one cares. Obviously, if she moves on to like Impact or Ring of Honor or you know, WWE or whatever, they'll have to replace her theme with like something else that's more legally safe. And another thing was, apparently, I'm not 100% sure if it's true or not. Like, it came straight from the guy's mouth, the guy who runs Rise Wrestling, but it's hard to tell if it's like sarcasm or not. But apparently, there is going to be no Rise 11, but there's going to be a Rise 12. They're going to skip 11, and they're going to make Rise 12, possibly in January. You're going to have Rise 12, and Booker T's going to be there, I guess, as an announcer or something. I don't know. But that's kind of cool seeing Booker T there. But apparently for legal reasons, which I kind of don't understand, there's no Rise 11. Maybe there's some other thing out there that's also called Rise 11, if you guys ever heard of something like that. But they're going to skip it and go straight to Rise 12. So I guess in January I'll find out if it's true or not, you know. Like I said, again, it's kind of hard to tell on written words what's sarcasm or not, as opposed to actually hearing a person talk and hearing the sarcasm in their voice. But I am kind of curious if that is true, but we'll find out in January. Now, on for the Survivor Series, which I did not get a chance to watch it live. I was busy. I was sick as a dog. I was basically just knocked out. I was so sick that I was like, the hell with Survivor Series. I'm going to bed and everything. So I watched it yesterday for Thanksgiving. It was kind of cool to have some turkey and some, mashed taters and sweet potatoes and candy yams and all that as I'm watching wrestling. So that's kind of cool. So, yeah, I heard lots of bad stuff about it. And I'm kind of like, well, let's see how bad it really is. But there are two events that made me just stand up and be like, holy shit. This is like I'm glad I watched it. It's just, wow. So anyways, oh my god. For the kickoff show, there was a big thing about this tag match. And yeah, for the kickoff show, they gotta stop doing that. The kickoff show should just have some extra matches of, I don't know. But anyways, it was Team Raw, and their tag teams consist of Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, The Revival, the B Team, the Lucha House Party, which is Lindsay Dorado and Kalisto/Grand Metallic, and the Ascension, and they were going against the Usos, the New Day, Sanity. I'm like, oh wow, Sanity's still around. Gallows and Anderson, oh wow, they're still around. And the Colognes, holy shit, the Colognes are still around. Like, damn, they really scraped the bottom of the barrel for them. But, yeah, it's a tag team match. It was a 10-on-10 Survivor Series tag team style elimination match. I didn't see it. It's a kickoff show. In my opinion, it's kind of stupid because that really should have been in the actual pay-per-view. Now, one thing you guys got to consider, when they have the pay-per-views, and the pay-per-views come out later on DVD, Blu-ray, and all that stuff, and the wrestlers get, they get like royalties off it. The kickoff shows are not on the pay-per-view, so whoever's in a kickoff show does not get that big Survivor Series payday, especially WrestleMania. WrestleMania, I guess, is like the biggest paycheck. So if you're stuck on the kickoff show for WrestleMania, you're already missing out on the big fat WrestleMania paycheck. So that kind of sucks for all these guys to really get like treated that way, but oh well. So Team SmackDown won. Apparently Enzo Amore, the realest guy in the room, bada bing bada boom, Apparently Enzo Amore was hiding somewhere in the audience. Like he can't really sneak in. You're paying for your ticket. But like, I don't know how that works. How do you buy a ticket and the person working there isn't like, hey, aren't you Enzo? I don't know. But anyways, he bought a ticket. He snuck in, and security guards escorted him out. And apparently this happened sometime during this tag team match. And I guess I'll rewatch the kickoff show just to see that, because I think that was actually televised. I don't think they would go back and skip it out, but whatever. But anyways, Team SmackDown won, and let's see what happens with the actual pay-per-view, because, spoiler alert, I'm not going to be saying SmackDown won too often. Okay, so, the first Raw event is the female, Survivor Series Elimination 5-on-5. For Team Raw, we had Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. And Alexa Bliss is like their leader, but she's not wrestling. She's still injured from her match with Ronda Rousey. So she'll just be kind of, there, but not actually getting into the ring anymore. And they're going to be going against Team SmackDown, which is Naomi, Carmella, Sonya Deville, Asuka, and Mandy Rose. And Charlotte was going to be part of the group here, but yeah, so basically speaking, in this match, I'll just discuss this right here. In this match, everyone was booing the fucking hell out of Nia Jax. Every time she so much as set foot in the ring, they were booing the hell out of her. Now, why were they booing the hell out of her? Because she actually did ruin the Survivor Series match here, and she actually sidelined Becky Lynch for a good while. So, an episode of Raw, yeah, because she's SmackDown. An episode of Raw, when they were like announcing, like the Raw teammates, like who's going to be in the female team, all of a sudden, Becky Lynch, because of course Becky has her match against Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch was in the backstage somewhere, locker rooms or whatever. She was putting Ronda Rousey in the armbar and, making her scream like hell and everything. And then Becky Lynch suddenly just showed up right there on Raw, and she let like all the people, all the SmackDown women came there and started beating each other up and all that stuff. And the thing is that during all this madness going on, there was a time that Becky was attacking Nia, and Nia just flat out punched her in the face. It wasn't one of those wrestling type, haymakers or elbows or whatever. No, it was a legit sock in the face. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if Becky was supposed to block or I don't know, but she got socked right in the face. She got busted open. Now, during the event, everything was going on so fast, no one really noticed. All we saw was that Becky was bleeding, and she, of course, attacked Ronda Rousey with a steel chair. And even though she was bleeding, like, Becky Lynch looked badass, you know, bleeding, and her hands full of blood, and she's all like, ah, like, she's the man. Like she looked fucking awesome. They should have sold a shirt of that. But what we didn't know until the next day and stuff was that, yeah, her face got busted, her nose got broken, and she got a concussion, and it was to the point where she can't wrestle now. So, I mean, hopefully she'll get better, but I mean, for this event, she cannot face Ronda Rousey anymore. So everyone booed Nia Jax. Everyone just got like fucking like toxic and just nasty to Nia Jax. Like all her like Instagram, her Twitter, whatever else she might have, all her social media was blowing up with people like directing personal comments towards her. Like most of it were like, how should I say, weight jokes, fat jokes, and so on her weight, and just saying she's not talented, she's too dangerous. And unfortunately, Nia Jax does have a history of injuring a lot of female wrestlers. She also recently injured Selena Vega and stuff. But a lot of like hate, a lot of personal attacks. Now, in my opinion, in other times, even before this happened, people have been like insulting her weight a lot. I don't know, I mean, she's a wrestler, she's a character, and like not all the girls have to be like bikini babes. You do need someone that's just out there to hurt people, and that's what Nia Jax is, as well as Tamina and any other like more larger, more imposing, threatening person. But I kind of feel it's kind of too far. It's an accident. It reminds me of whenever Seth Rollins was still a heel for the Authority, and Seth Rollins did that thing where he like busted up his knee real bad when he was trying to do a jump off the rope and he landed wrong or something. And at that time he was a heel. At that time everyone hated him because he was with the Authority and because he, betrayed the Shield and all that stuff. So people were commenting stuff that they wish he died, that they wish that his leg was like permanently injured, like forever. Like I hope he's like permanently injured and off the shelf and all that kind of shit. Like permanently crippled and whatever. And I was like, dude, like I hate the character too, back then. But it's a character he's playing. Like don't wish ill on the actual guy. And that's what I feel about Nia Jax. Like all the stuff they do, all the stuff they say, don't take it that personal. I mean, I don't know. And obviously nowadays, like Seth Rollins is like super over. It's hard to believe that a couple of years back we all hated his guts. But yeah. So anyways, anytime Nia Jax got into the ring, everyone booed the house down. And someone would like really quick kick her out or clothesline her out. Everybody would cheer and everything. So despite the fact they were cheering for Raw or not, they would still boo when she was on there. And yeah, people were thrown out in and out here and there. Carmella did her dance break because that's what they're doing now with the dance break. And even R-Truth was with her when she came in. Near the end of the match, the final people were trying to remember here. It was Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax, and that was a chance for us to see Sasha Banks versus Asuka. And actually, that was a pretty good match. I wouldn't mind seeing them go toe-to-toe, one-on-one, because like Sasha Banks really put up all her stops there, doing all her wrestling moves and trying to like get out of Asuka's moves, and they're doing reversals and trying to do all their whatevers. But the thing that was like the shocker at the end was I think. Let me see here. I'm trying to remember who's on whose team. That's another thing about Raw. Not everyone like liked each other. So that was also causing internal friction. So Sasha Banks was fighting against. Yeah, I remember. Sasha Banks got on top of the rope to, I guess, jump onto Asuka or something. And Nia Jax suddenly came in and just flipped her off so she could like fall. So of course she landed wrong. She got caught in the Asuka lock. She tapped out. She lost. And the thing is that while all this happened, I guess during the effort and stuff, and of course Asuka did have a good match with Sasha Banks, she's kind of worn out, so Nia Jax would come in and just hit her with the leg drop and a running leg drop. She'd do like 2 or 3 leg drops and pin her and win. And of course everyone booed the place down. And to top it off, Nia Jax is like showing her fist, like showing off her fist, like the joke, because that's the fist that she used to bust up Becky Lynch's face. And so now she's getting real heel heat, and everyone is like booing the house down, and we'll see what WWE does with this. But Nia Jax she needs something. Like, I don't know. She needs more training or something so that she's not injuring more people, because, like, I mean, I'd be afraid of being in the ring with her. Like, she would injure everyone, you know? I don't know. Anyways, so yes, Team Raw won thanks to Nia Jax, whether you like it or not. So everyone was booing for there. Now, the next match was Seth Rollins as a champion versus champion match. It's Seth Rollins, Intercontinental Champion for Raw, fighting against Shinsuke Nakamura, the United States Champion for SmackDown. And what can I say? It was an awesome match. And this was a good match for me to actually sit down and watch Nakamura in action. And yeah, a lot of mind games, a lot of stuff. Nakamura's acting weird like he always does. And Rollins would like insult him and do the whole come on, like to make fun of him. And yeah, a lot of good moves. You know, Rollins got all the moves. He's got like the Falcon Arrow. He's got like the superplex and everything. He's got the running knee and stuff. And you know, Nakamura has that thing where you're like hanging on the ropes and he just runs and knees you in the gut and everything. And yeah, there are a lot of like avoiding here and there. Rollins kept avoiding like you know, getting kicked in the face and stuff. And Nakamura kept avoiding like his moves. He kept trying to avoid like the running knee from Rollins and stuff. And it was pretty intense. Near the end of the match, Nakamura actually did do the knee to face, I guess, the knee to, I think it's called the Chiracasa, whatever it's called. He hit him with that at the back of the head of Rollins, and I honestly thought that Rollins was done for, but somehow he still kicked out, and he got him with the stomp, which is what they call a curb stomp now. He got him with the stomp. Seth Rollins won, and yeah, honestly, it looked like there was a bit of respect there when the match ended. Like, they kind of gave each other kind of like respect, kind of like acknowledgement of each other's skill. So that's pretty badass. I also find it kind of funny that Vince McMahon wanted, like, since Nakamura's a heel, they put like Japanese rap music, you know, Japanese rapping going on top of Nakamura's theme, so that people would stop like humming along with his song because he's a heel, you're supposed to hate him. But like, despite the rapping, the people were still doing the they were still doing that anyway, so it's not working, Vince. It's not working. People still love the artist known as Nakamura. Now, I wasn't going to hum the whole thing. Now, let's see here. So, and again, Seth Rollins from Raw won the match. So, notice that trend. So, then we have AOP, Akam and Razor, which are the Raw Tag Team Champions. A very bizarre thing because in wrestling here, and WWE and Raw, Rollins and Dean Ambrose were Tag Team Champions, but of course, Ambrose did the heel turn and he left, and there was a championship match. It was a title match versus AOP, and it was basically a handicap match because Rollins had to fight them himself, and Dean Ambrose did not show up anywhere during the match. Like, if there was ever a time to kind of come back and reconcile there, that would have been the time, but no. Ambrose did not show up anywhere during the match. Rollins did what he could, but it's still one guy against two, and the AOP took him down and won the tag team titles for Raw, and Ambrose showed up afterwards to add even more injury to Rollins and stuff. But, so yeah, AOP, the Authors of Pain, are the Raw Tag Team Champions, and they're going against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Bar, with Big Show, and, yeah. Actually, for now, since AOP haven't really been doing anything, just buying jobbers and stuff like that, now is their chance to actually be on a WWE pay-per-view. And yeah, they show off their skills here and there. Of course, the Bar's super awesome. I'm rooting for the Bar. And the Big Show's there to keep things even. And I guess the thing at the end, random, because wrestling is just got to be wrestling. Big Show grabbed, like, I guess the manager guy. Let me see, he's got a name on here somewhere. Yeah, Drake Maverick. He grabbed Drake Maverick by the neck and picked him up against the ring. And of course, since Big Show and Drake are not, you know, part of the match, they can do whatever without disqualification. So he grabbed them, and I guess Maverick was super scared. So scared that he peed his pants. Now, I'm sure he pushed a button or something. I don't know. But within wrestling kayfabe, he peed his pants. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And Big Show just walked off laughing because, like, what the hell? But the thing is, well, they were distracted with that, unfortunately. AOP managed to real quick grab, I think it was Sheamus, and do their whatever tag team move. I think it's called the Doomsday Device, but I'm not 100% sure because that may belong to someone else. But they did their final move on them. They got the pin, and they won. So yes, AOP won, another Raw win. And honestly, in my opinion, I guess AOP was very big in NXT. But for people that may not know or care about them in WWE, like, it makes sense, I guess, for them to win by distraction instead of like an actual fight. Because come on, the Bar, man, Cesaro and Sheamus are just too fucking awesome to be taken down by these guys, in my opinion anyway. But that's what went down. And then we have now we got 205 Live. We got Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. Is it Mustafa? Yeah, Mustafa Ali from 205 Live. And it's for the championship because Buddy Murphy is the current 205 Live, I guess, Cruiserweight champion. Yep, Cruiserweight championship. And the thing I remember the most about this match, like at first I was kind of like, because I'm sorry, I don't follow 205 Live. I don't know most of these guys. I remember some of them somewhat because they were part of the Cruiserweight Classic a couple of years back. But, you know, whatever. That's like my bathroom break, you know? So I watched the fight, and the thing that got me was like, holy fucking shit, man. Buddy Murphy kept throwing this guy out of the ring like violently, like Mustafa was on top of the ropes, and this dude got in from the other side and just flipped his leg and just threw his ass off the ropes into like onto the floor, like out of the ring. I was like, holy fucking crap, like that was like damn. And then later on in the match, Buddy Murphy would pick him up and just fucking throw his ass out of the ring, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And then again, near the end of the match, when Mustafa Ali was trying to, you know, get a win there, trying to get his comeback, he got into the ropes, and the dude again flipped him out of the ring, falling on the floor. I'm like, holy shit, like how much damage, how many like deadly falls like that can he take, you know? And yeah, despite Mustafa doing some moves at the end and stuff, Buddy Murphy still grabbed him and did like this super badass power slam, and he won the match. He defended his title. But for me, the stuff that got me, like, I was eating and just what the was like those dangerous, like just tossing, just haphazardly tossing the guy out of the ring like that, like onto the, you know, cement floor outside the ring. Like, holy shit, man. But yeah, Buddy Murphy won, and even though this is like a strictly 205 thing, 205 Live's got nothing to do with Raw and SmackDown, I mean, you might as well just say that Buddy Murphy was winning for Raw, right? Because why not? Raw's winning everything. And it doesn't end there. The next match is the actual, you know, Team Raw for the guys now, the Survivor Series. So Team Raw consisted of Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley. And Team SmackDown consisted of The Miz, Shane McMahon, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, and Jeff Hardy. Now, I'm thinking that because Samoa Joe is still injured, which I was confused later on when they announced he was going to be here. It was my impression he was too injured to wrestle. So I'm thinking to myself, why is he even on this team? Like, isn't he injured? But yeah, he got taken out. He got taken out in seconds. I forgot. I think McIntyre hit him with the Claymore kick, and bam, he's out in minutes. But, like, everyone booed. Everyone was like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. But, in my opinion, I kind of agree because he was injured. He was most likely injured. He was just there to fill up a spot, for better or for worse, I guess. So, you know, he's out. So, as the match continued, there was more, like, Raw drama because, like, McIntyre hates Braun Strowman and no one likes Bobby Lashley. It was mostly them. And, like, there were some moments where everyone from SmackDown just beat the crap out of Braun Strowman. They put him on the table, and Shane McMahon jumped off the ring and did an elbow, like, right, like, through the table and stuff to take out Strowman and everything. And there was a moment where people were very injured near the end where The Miz would keep tagging in Shane to do the coast-to-coast on different wrestlers and, like, take them out that way. They got rid of... let me see here. Yeah, they got rid of Dolph Ziggler because, of course, Ziggler's so mad for what happened to Crown Jewel and everything at the Crown Jewel match. So, Shane McMahon did the coast-to-coast on Dolph Ziggler, and that's how he got the 1, 2, 3 out of there. And let me try to remember who else. Oh, yeah, Finn Balor. Finn Balor got... he got attacked by either Drew McIntyre, one of them. He got attacked by Drew McIntyre because, again, they don't like each other. These guys are attacking their own guys. Like, there was a moment where McIntyre and Strowman fought each other in the middle of the match because they just don't care about the whole teamwork thing, you know? But, yeah, Balor was also taken out due to McIntyre. So, That was the thing. But near the end, Strowman came back, and Strowman single-handedly got rid of, like, let me try to remember here, Rey Mysterio. He got rid of The Miz. The Miz didn't want to be there at all, you know. And at the end, the last guy was Shane McMahon, and it was Shane versus Strowman, and it was kind of like, even if he beat Strowman, like Bobby Lashley, which is a big dude, and McIntyre was still there. Like, there was no way he could beat, you know, McIntyre, Lashley, and Strowman at the same time. So, like, it was that moment where you just got to resign and just take your loss. And Shane just got in there and was like, yeah, come on. And he got taken down, and Raw, like, won. And there was some kind of deal where Strowman was still mad at Baron Corbin, because Baron Corbin at Crown Jewel did a cheap shot, hit him with the belt, and that's how Brock Lesnar won. So there was an agreement that Braun Strowman can fight for Team Raw, because they need him for Team Raw, despite like all his differences with everybody, and with the condition that he could not touch Baron Corbin until after Survivor Series is over. And yeah, so as soon as the match won and Braun Strowman won, Baron Corbin cheap shot him from behind and ran out. So obviously there's still animosity there. I missed Raw and SmackDown. I was still sick, but apparently Baron Corbin is no longer going to be the acting manager. And there's rumors or hints that possibly Alexa Bliss could be the manager. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, Raw won. Holy shit, what a surprise by this point. So then we have Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair, which, yeah, Becky chose Charlotte to fight in her place and everything, and there was a bit of hug and respect there, because, I mean, I don't really see that Becky Lynch was really an enemy of Charlotte's, and all the drama they try to add to it. Like she wasn't really like an enemy of her. It's just like, bitch, it's my turn to be champion now, you know? So, yeah, they hugged it out and all that stuff. So now we got the match here. Now we got Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey, and everyone was like, Becky, Becky. So they were cheering for Charlotte, but they were cheering like for Becky through Charlotte. So, you know, pretty good match here. Ronda Rousey's weird red stuff was horribly distracting. Don't know what the fuck is it with her weird eye makeup when she actually fights. She looks better when she's doing a promo than when she's actually in the ring, whatever. But they fight it out. As you can tell, Charlotte was trying to target a lot of Ronda Rousey's like legs, like you know, elbowing them and hitting them and stuff like that. And Rousey was trying to weaken up her arm for the arm bar and everything. And yeah, the match was pretty good. It was pretty decent in its way. And, you know, I don't like Charlotte, but I do admit her good moves. So she got some cool moves there. She was really playing up a good fight against Ronda Rousey. Ronda tried to do the arm bar. She actually still fought it out instead of tapping out instantly. But the big thing, the thing that got me, that I'm like, holy shit, this pay-per-view was like this made me like get up and pay attention, was that Charlotte got frustrated and she got flustered. She could not beat Rousey. So the match wasn't over yet. It wasn't over yet. But she got out of the ring and she was just like whatever. She was just pissed and whatever. And she was like, she snapped. She got fed up with this shit. So she got out of the ring. Ronda Rousey came to chase after her, like, what are you doing? You know, come chase after her. And all of a sudden, Charlotte hit her with a fucking kendo stick and knocked her down. And unfortunately, the match ended with a disqualification because no weapons allowed. So technically speaking, Ronda Rousey still won for Raw. But who cares about that? Like, holy shit. So Charlotte beat the living crap out of her with a fucking kendo stick and got her into the ring, and then started beating the crap out of her with a steel chair and just beat her with a steel chair over and over, and people would come and security guard and she would not stop, and then she would put like the chair like on Rousey's neck area and like yeah, she would fucking stomp on the chair, and I'm like, holy shit, like, what the hell? And, like, on top of that, like, on top of, like, security guards and everything, like, they had the chair there, and she did a natural selection in a way that it would slam Ronda Rousey's face on the steel chair, and just, like, holy shit, and she would just keep attacking her, and the guards would get her, and then Charlotte started attacking all the security guards, just throwing the security guards over the place, and it was just fucking insane. It was just damn insane. Like Charlotte Flair just fucking lost it, and I guess the audience like really, really hates Ronda Rousey, but like everyone was like, thank you, Charlotte, and I'm like, it blew the house down. I think no matter what, that was one of the biggest pops of the night, and like, Charlotte left looking like pissed and just crazy and everything. And because again, I think she always works better as a heel as opposed to a face, you know. And Ronda Rousey got up all limping and injured and stuff, and people started chanting, hey, "You deserve it, you deserve it." And I'm like, oh, dude, that's just going too far. And I couldn't tell what they were saying because I couldn't hear, and you know the mics and stuff. But like some person in the audience said some personal something to Ronda Rousey, and she's all like, "Yeah, you're not a man." Like she took it personally. Something some crowd guy said got her so personal, and she had to kind of snap back, "Yeah, you're not a man," and all that. I'm like, holy shit. And that was just insane. And Ronda Rousey turned, and like everyone hated her, everyone booed her, or were cheering because she got injured. And I don't know if they're going to use that as a storyline angle or something, but everyone, at least in that audience, where the fuck this place, where the hell this thing took place? Where is this place? Yeah, in LA, everyone in LA hates fucking Ronda Rousey. Holy shit. So, then we got the final match, which is kind of surprising here. Let me see here. The final match was, Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, and it was weird. First of all, Daniel Bryan was acting weird. He was acting kind of like Golem. I don't know. He was just weird and being like taunting Brock Lesnar and stuff and whatever. And at first the match kind of went like you would expect a Brock Lesnar match to go. Brock Lesnar would, you know, throw him around, do lots of suplexes and stuff like that. And Daniel Bryan looked like oh my God, stop, he's already dead and everything. It was just more suplexes. It's like just get him out of his misery and just F5 him already and just win the match. And there was a time where Lesnar actually had the pin and stopped it because he wanted to keep damaging him. He's like, yeah, I can do this all night, man. I can do this all night. And keeps like slamming him in Suplex City and everything. And this is like the most talkative that Lesnar actually is in the match. But surprisingly, whenever he was down on the ground, whenever Daniel Bryan was down and Lesnar tried to pick him up for another move, bam, kick in the face. And he would try again, and another kick in the face. And then this is when Daniel Bryan would actually like get a comeback. We were like, holy shit, after taking all that damage, he still did a comeback, and it was like everything, man. He was like doing the yes kicks on him. He threw him out of the ring, you know, onto the floor and everything. He would keep targeting his leg because, as we all know, Brock Lesnar always skips leg day. He keeps attacking his leg and stuff. He did that, like, I guess, flying knee to the face a couple of times, and it was like Lesnar was rocked, man. Lesnar was rocked. He was like dizzy. He could barely get up. I think he still did a suplex or something, but he was still in bad shape. And near the end, the biggest thing is he actually got Brock Lesnar in the yes lock, and there was nowhere to go, middle of the ring, and Lesnar had to like fight it out, and it was like, is he gonna tap? Is he gonna tap? And I was like, holy shit, is Brock Lesnar actually gonna tap out to fucking Daniel Bryan, you know? But in the end, somehow, just to show that he still is the beast, somehow Brock Lesnar still grabbed Daniel Bryan. He caught him. He did the F5. 1, 2, 3. He won. But holy shit, like Brock Lesnar was still limping out of there. He is still barely walking out of there. And they were doing a thing where I guess he and Heyman are staring at Daniel Bryan because he's like insane now. He's crazy now. He's gone full heel Golem now. And that was like a big thing. So that match, did Daniel Bryan come back where he could have like actually defeated, like I always thought that he would do nothing to Brock Lesnar, but this thing made a believer out of me. I'm like, holy shit, Daniel Bryan can take him down. So this match with Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar, the part where Daniel Bryan started fighting back, as well as Charlotte doing her fucking meltdown all over Ronda Rousey, those were the two biggest things that made me like, holy shit, like I'm glad I watched this, because that was still awesome. That was still epic. That's still entertainment. I was like blown away, man. That was fucking awesome. And they turned what would be a normal, boring match that's just Suplex City, F5 at the end. They turned it into like a real match. They got the house pumped up. They got the house like cheering like crazy. Like people were still cheering for Brock too. Like it was just, damn. That was intense. Like the show was normal. And yes, people are still hurt. Like, you know, like upset. They're still pissed that Becky couldn't be in it. They're still pissed that Nia Jax won the the Raw event, and they're still pissed that it was basically like a sweep. Like, Raw demolished SmackDown. Every match, not counting the kickoff show, was Raw winning over SmackDown. But despite all that, those two events were like, holy fucking shit. Like, this is why I love wrestling, man. This is when it gets like insane, crazy, unpredictable. It's just, I don't know. Like, I just wish, if it was a normal Survivor Series without the whole thing of, you know, Raw and SmackDown, if they were just fighting, like, amongst themselves without, like, a brand split, it would have been, like, 10 times more awesome, because some of these matches were so cool, because Daniel Bryan with, Brock Lesnar was fucking awesome. The ending with Charlotte and Ronda Rousey was cool. Even the Buddy Murphy thing got me surprised because how many times he kept flipping this guy off into the cold steel pavement there. The match with Rollins and Nakamura was super awesome. Like, all these matches are so awesome that the only thing that ruins them, honestly, is the whole Raw versus SmackDown separation shit. Like, if it was just that without the brand split, it would have been 10 times better. But anyways, I can go on and on and on, but what can I say? Those two matches at the end, and also the Rollins match, but still, those two matches at the end, man. Those two matches at the end was what made this, like, damn, fucking awesome. Like, I don't know, I'm happy. I was impressed. I was like, holy shit, and I'm curious to see where this goes. What's Charlotte gonna do? Is she gonna be, like, I guess, evil alongside Becky? Or I don't know what's gonna happen, but I can't wait to find out. So anyways, guys, Mark Rodriguez here, and that's all I gotta say. I guess my emotions near the end, like, pay-per-view was like, it was okay, but near the end, it got me super pumped. Like, I almost dropped my turkey on the floor because I was like, holy shit, what's going on? And there's like turkey flying everywhere, and it was just so awesome. So anyways, guys, Mark Rodriguez here. You've been watching Mark Style Wrestling Aftershock Reviews because, yes, it's still real to me.